Hello everyone, it is Gariibaby and I am back with another review and reaction video. I want to review Don Toliver's disc number 5 off the new album called Hardstone Psycho. I did the reaction to Hardstone Psycho, the album, on my channel as well, so if you're interested in seeing that, go ahead and look through my videos. I have not yet heard disc 5 off the album, which everyone knows is low-key like a deluxe. I've seen a few upset people, well, one upset person, but people were liking the comment. They just didn't like the fact that me and my friend said that we didn't like Travis on the tracks on this album, and I'm truly sorry for those Travis fans that we offended. We love Travis Scott. That is not the intention, or we just didn't think that his collaboration made a big difference to the songs. Now, obviously, listening to the album back and letting the songs really sink in, I feel like he definitely deserved to be on that album, and just even having Travis on the album is such a huge respect and a huge W for Don, and we all know he's inspired by him, so without the GOAT himself, Travis Scott, there would be no Don Toliver. So truly, I'm just grateful for both artists. But with that being said, we're gonna get into the video. Number 1, Rockstar Girl. I've been seeing everybody use this song on their stories. Here we go.
She's a rockstar girl, rockstar. Too much drugs, too much drugs, too much drugs, too much drugs. Coming off your pennies, on these rain on Sunday. So long, told me don't come down, can't put her wrong, yeah, put it in the road. Reminiscing about the old school rules, new times for the brand new love. I got rockstar girl.
Definitely not anything different or unusual that we have not yet heard of Don Toliver's just yet, I feel. I think the track really needs to grow onto me, maybe. I do love it, but I don't find anything super interesting in the song, besides it just being a little bit catchy and a good vibe. I definitely would listen to this track back though and like bump it in my car, and then maybe it'll give a different feel. Love is a drug. We obviously love when artists give us a deluxe, so we will take any songs that you give us, Don. Next track, Donnie Darko. I love that. This is with Little Uzi. Definitely a hard beat, and I can definitely see Uzi hopping on this track, which is insane. Uzi hasn't even came out yet, but I can already hear him on this track. I like that.
Most of these niggas be bozo. Fuck your bitch in the JoJo. Chanel on me, that's Coco. Most of my bitch sell Coco. Mix the green with the yellow, that's Zuzu. I was on the beam with the RP. Yeah, I'm rich as a bitch. Life to the bank like.
Can you imagine Don Toliver and Uzi on a stage together? That would be crazy.
Come on, Uzi, let me get that tank, nigga. I'ma grab the keys. Call up my essays, all it takes is key for a couple keys. You wanna top bars in here, top bars in here, now I gotta beat. I don't give a fuck what the niggas talking about in the party, I gotta get.
That was fire. That fits in really good with his album, and who better to bring in than Uzi. This next song is called Geeked Up. This is featuring Yeet. They already have a song out together, and I really love that song, so I feel like this song is gonna be lit. This shit is hard. To be honest with you, I don't even think there's any debating. I really do think this is my favorite song off Disc 5, and I appreciate that he brought Yeet into this album. However, I wish he would have brought him in before he dropped Disc 5, like as a deluxe, because I really feel like Yeet could have made it in the, you know, in the introduction of the album because of his aesthetic, obviously, and the type of music that he makes. I feel like it goes hand in hand with Don Toliver's new album. I've been loving these two collaborating, so hopefully they make more music in the future, which they probably will. They seem to have a really good chemistry when it comes to music. Anyway, final thoughts off of Disc 5. Honestly, I will be very brutally honest. I can live without it. I don't think that it necessarily made the album better. When I heard the Lovesick Deluxe on the last album, and I hate comparing. I'm not comparing the albums. I'm just talking about like how I felt when the deluxe came out on Lovesick, and I honestly really enjoyed the extra songs to the point where I was like, why didn't these make the songs in the first place? Even Embarrassed with Travis Scott, I loved that song. So I was like, why didn't it just make it on the album? But anyway. Obviously, it just makes it more exciting for us fans to get a deluxe album off of, you know, our favorite artists. But brutally honest with you guys, I give Disc number 5 probably like a 3 out of 5. Like I said, it didn't really make the album. I do love the Yeet song a lot. The Uzi song, oh so replayable. Thoughts on the entire album as a collective. I'm gonna bump this to an 8.5. I think I gave it an 8 in the last reaction video, but I gave it an 8.5 now just because it has grown onto me. And then I'll tell you guys what my favorite tracks are that I have. I have been listening to the album nonstop. I will be very honest. Up top, off the album, my favorite was Backstreet featuring Tizo. Every time the song comes up,
Girl, you got me drunk, I need it in a rush.
say that it actually is tied up with this next song that I really, really love and is probably also my number one off this album. Every time I get hyped, but also the guitar on this track, I can't seem to get over. I love it. I think it's a very rock star of him. And every time it plays, that's like what I feel the most of the song. Initially, when listening to music, you always tend to feel the songs before you can even think about what the lyrics are saying, or before you process it, unless you're really good at that. But for me, it takes quite some time. Sometimes I catch on to lyrics quickly, but just depending. But this song in particular is more of a feeler, and it just makes me want to go crazy, man. Like, I love it. I really love it. Coming up at second, I would have to say Kryptonite. I really think Kryptonite really grew onto me. But now that I listen to it, the transition is incredible, and I love the melody of the song when it comes in to this part. I love that part, and that's not even when the song transitions and changes, but I feel like this song honestly changed 3 times. The first part of the song was really slow, almost like an introduction, and then it picks up the pace, and then it changes to like a complete like trap song. Like a biker, no, I spend time on this medicine. Purple Rain with Future, I really love that song. It's such a classic R&B song. This whole album really just feels like it's gonna be the summer album. It already has been for myself, at least. And yeah, the Future one is just sensational. Future's also amazing when it comes down to R&B. I feel like he kills it. So both of them together, who can do both rap and sing, is such a beautiful collaboration. So I'll have to put that one at number 3. Number 4 will have New Drop. I love New Drop. It makes me feel like I'm at a club every single time. But then it also switches up, which I really love that. I don't think that new listeners would expect that. If I had a new crowd in my car that have never listened to Don Toliver, or even if they have, they wouldn't expect the song to go from a really like electric feel, then to trap, then back to electric feel, like a house type of beat. So that one was incredible. Has to also be one of my favorites. And I have to put Kodak Black at 5. And I'm only putting him at 5 because I couldn't put him in any of the other spaces. But I really love that song as well. Really, these are all my top favorites that I've been listening to non-stop. Do I think it's better than his previous albums? I still believe not. But again, it's a completely different genre that we're talking about here. So you really can't sit and compare this album. I think that it should really sit on its own. Overall, I think Don Toliver is one of the greatest new artists to come up. Not to say that I don't think that this album is album number 1 of this year, because I do think so. This whole year so far, I don't think that I have another album that's really captivated me the way this album has. So although it doesn't compare to his last albums, I think it stands on its own, and it's an amazing work of art. Just let me know your thoughts down below. I appreciate the people who watch these videos, and I will catch you guys on the next review and reaction. Bye.